Okay, y'all. So boom, we finna get right into it. Of basically how I went on a date with this man, and then I know he had one arm into like the third date. Yeah, I was not paying no attention. Everybody be saying like, "How did you not know he had one arm? How did you just?" I'm like, I wasn't looking at that. I wasn't. He was doing everything normal. He was opening the door for me, doing all doing all the nice stuff that people do to people, and I'm just like, I didn't think to look and be like, "Oh, you only have one arm?" No, because to me it seemed like he had two because it didn't change nothing. But basically, how it happened is like we met at this lounge in Houston, and mind you, I was looking at him crazy when we first met because it's hot in Houston, and it's clearly hot in lounges and clubs because it's Houston. So I'm already thinking like, why do he got this big jacket on? Like, what's going on? But I'm like, maybe that's just his style. Like, maybe he's one of the people that gotta wear a jacket everywhere he go, blah blah. So I'm like, cool, didn't think nothing of it. Boom, we go on our first date and we go out to eat or something, and y'all, I still didn't think nothing. Like, his arm was just like, he had on the jacket again, but we're going to a restaurant, it'd be cold, so cool. And it was just sitting down there, and then like he was eating. But you know how people tell you not to have your elbows on the table and stuff, so I'm thinking like that's what he was doing low key. But I really was not paying no attention. Like, when I go back and think about it, I was not thinking of that. I was just really enjoying my food, the conversation, and we were just talking, vibing or whatever. He opening the doors. Like, I just did not realize that he did not have one arm. And yeah, mind you, he came and picked me up, and I think it's on his left side. So he was like, I just did not realize. So boom, the second day, I think we get some more food or something, and we were just talking. Like, I still did not realize, because mind you, I never seen this man take his shirt off, nothing. Like, we were just chilling. And then he invited me to go to a boat party, quote unquote, a boat party. And I'm like, cool, I'll go. I tell my friend to come with me. We go, y'all. Why this boat party? And I'm thinking like, we gonna go to a real boat party. So I got on the swimsuit. We got on cover up, stuff like that. Yeah, we get to this boat party. It is this man's auntie's 50th birthday party. They have on jeans and matching t-shirts. So I'm looking like, why would you invite me here to your family event when you knew? And then and crazy, because I'm the type of person that asks. I said, am I putting on swimsuit because it's a boat party, right? He like, yeah. What? So that right there had already pissed me off low key. I was really blowed, but the whole time I ended up having a good time with them, his aunties and all them. But it was just like, why? Like, now I look like a hoochie mama for real, and this is your family, like. But yeah. But yeah, we gets there, and he couldn't wear no long sleeve there. He couldn't wear no long sleeve, and that's when I think he was walking around like making drinks or like just doing little stuff. And I looked at my friend, she looked at me, and I'm like, bro, this man only got one arm. And she was dying laughing at me because of the simple fact that I had been going on dates with him, and I had no clue that he only had one arm. So it really was just very awkward after that, because it's like, to me, that's something that you tell somebody. That's something that you tell people. You don't just go around and do stuff. Like, what if I was a rude person and felt some type of way? It just would have been all bad. But basically, I think that night or the next day, no, it was that night, because I know he was thinking about it. After he dropped us off, he had texted me and was like, I really appreciate you, because I know that you know now that I only have one arm, and I just want you to know and clarify that I was born this way and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, so you knew what you were doing. You knew. And you were trying to like love bomb me first or something to get me to fall in love with you, and that way I could just say, forget the arm. Like, I wouldn't have judged you, honestly, if you would have just came up with it, because I would have respected you more for saying me, friend, from the jump, hey, I only got one arm, so if there's going to be an issue, cool. Because somebody going to like you. You got kids, so somebody definitely did like you. So, but anyway, that's how I ended up getting finessed with a one-arm king. So in Houston, you guys to be careful. Make sure you wash them hands.
So I pretended to be my twin sister for a night, and I accidentally ruined her engagement. You tell me if I handled this situation correctly, because I don't know. I have an identical twin sister, let's call her Lily, and the two of us are extremely identical, but there are some big differences between us. Number one, our personalities. Lily is a lot more reserved and introverted. I'm not, I'm a yapper. Another big difference between Lily and I is that while I'm chronically single, she's been dating her boyfriend, let's call him Eric, for years. Even though I think Eric is a super nice guy, his biggest red flag, he can't tell us apart. It has been years and he still gets us mixed up. A few weeks ago, Lily calls me absolutely freaking out, saying that her and Eric were in this giant fight because she planned to go on a girls' trip the same weekend his parents were supposed to be in town. And even though she wanted to go, he said that she couldn't because it was really important that she was there. That's when she asks me to do something absolutely crazy. She asks me to do a twin swap. She wants me to go to dinner with Eric and his family and pretend to be her. I was like, I don't know if I can pull this off. But obviously, it's my twin sister, and she needs me to do this. She's never asked me to twin swap before, so it's obviously a big deal to her. I'm gonna do it. I think, what's the worst that could happen? Famous last words. So this weekend, while Lily was laying on the beach with her friends, I was showing up to a fancy Italian restaurant pretending to be her. I get there and immediately Eric leans in for a kiss and I swerve him so hard. I'm like, oh, can't mess up the lip gloss, babe. Immediately, I'm like, is he gonna realize? Is he gonna know that it's not Lily and it's me? But no. He doesn't. He has absolutely no idea that I'm not his girlfriend. That is weird. That's really weird. We sit down for dinner and honestly, everything was going great. I was doing a great job pretending to be my sister and nobody had any idea it was actually me. But then at the end of dinner, Eric turns to me and he starts to give a speech about how in love he is with me and how he wants to spend the rest of his life with me. Then he gets down on one knee and pulls out a ring. He was proposing right there to Lily, not knowing that it wasn't Lily. So I freeze, like deer in headlights freeze, just looking at him, having no idea what to say. And finally I'm like, I need to go to the bathroom. And I run, I book it away from that table. I'm in the bathroom trying to call Lily. She's not picking up. I'm sending all these emergency texts. Finally she answers. She's like, what? Like, what is wrong? Why are you calling me? I was like, did you know Eric was gonna propose to you tonight? She goes silent. She goes, I had absolutely no idea he was even considering proposing. Okay, so first of all, your boyfriend can't tell you apart with your twin sister. Second, he proposed without even having a conversation about proposing with you. Okay, whatever. She told me to just leave the restaurant right then. She would send Eric a text saying that she felt really overwhelmed and that they could talk about it tomorrow. And she would get on a flight right then and come back home. So I did. I went straight from the bathroom, ran out to the parking garage, got in my car, and went home. I got myself out of that situation because what was I supposed to do at that point? And we will just have to wait and see how Lily decides to handle this one.
This is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me on a date. Like, I really should have been blocked after this. I had this guy on Instagram. I know, meeting on Instagram. This is back when I used to do that. Anyway, I thought this guy was so fine. So I started obviously like dropping some stories. You know how we do. And he took the bait as he should have. Then he messages me and we start talking. And we actually got on so well. Like, the banter was back and forth. He was super easy to talk to. Like, he actually had a brain. Then something terrible happened. He said he was 5'7". Don't show it to short kings, by the way. I just love trees personally. Anyway, I was like, I've been shucking and jiving with a man my height. But this was the one time I was like, nah, you could not actually be shallow. Like, you get on so well, he's smart, like he's funny. I'm definitely going on the date to at least see if there's some chemistry. But not gonna lie, when the date came, now I was like, oh, like whatever. Like, I just wasn't really in the mood for it anymore. Cause I'm thinking like, maybe I won't fancy him. Like, maybe the physical won't be there. So I went to my friend's surprise party first and I was like, yeah, you can pick me up from there, then we can go out after. So at this party, I had 2 tiny drinks, like tiny, you know those tiny little plastic cups that we had in nursery for our going away parties? Yes, that. 2 tiny little cups of drink. Obviously wasn't gonna get lit if I'm meeting someone after. So remember, yeah, 2 tiny drinks. I'm a-okay. So he texts me that he's outside, he's downstairs. I go downstairs and he's waiting in his car. I get in and I see the most beautiful face. And then he smiled and his teeth were just glistening. Like, I think he might even had a grill like, ah! Bye, I fell in love on the spot. I just leant back, I had a quick look at the seat. Of course I have a look. It was looking pretty far back. I checked the legs, they're not dangling. So I was like, okay, it doesn't seem that short. Anyway, so now I'm excited because I'm like, he's a bloody soul. I was worried that I wouldn't fancy him and I wouldn't have fun. So then, as we're driving now, I feel an odd sensation. I'm like, is it hot in here? Then I'm feeling an odd heaviness in my stomach and I'm like, maybe I need to fart. Then it starts to turn like a washing machine. And I'm like, hang on a minute, am I gonna vomit? I'm ignoring it because I'm like, of course not. Like, there's absolutely no way. What, 2 tiny little drinks and I feel completely fine? No. The next thing, I start feeling an intruder in my throat. A foreign object starts climbing up my throat and I'm like, I am going to vomit. I had no choice but to tell him I can't just vomit in his car. So I tried to be all casual and cute about it. I was like, yeah, I don't know, I just think I might vomit soon. Before the tea even landed in vomit, he swerves off the road like Fast and Furious style. I was hanging onto my seat like, pulls up to the road, stops the car, I open the door and immediately start vomiting like an actual crackhead. I'm telling you, it was like that. Like, I was actually heaving. Like, what demon was in there? No, because where did it actually come from? Sorry, but that was not of God. He was so sweet about it. They were like rubbing my back, but he was also finding it very hilarious. In my head, I was just thinking, yeah, this is it. Nice knowing you, darling. Well, he's 5'7" anyway. So obviously the date is cancelled. He takes me home. And as he parks up, he comes out to walk me to my front door and I'm like, he was not 5'7". No. He was 6'1". It was a prank. I was like, why? Why me? Why today? Why now? Why me? But as he took me to my door to say goodbye, he was like, it's a good thing you're cute. Devil will be seeing you again. I was like, ooh, saved by the face card. We did see each other again a couple of times after that and it was great. I am blocked today though for different reasons, but that's besides the point.